Hi, my name is Christian Holmsen, and this is my persuasive speech. Here's my audience. Okay, so today I'm here to persuade you that mermaids are real. So if we're willing to accept that we as humans exist, and that oceans exist, and that and that strange creatures come from the ocean, and that many creatures in the ocean and many things in the ocean are still yet to be discovered, then why don't we accept the idea that there's the possibility of mermaids existing? So my first point is that mermaids are creatures that are derived from myths throughout the world. The first mermaid was Atargatis, who was an Assyrian goddess. She fell in love with a shepherd, but she killed him, and because of her killing him, she was overtaken by guilt and jumped into the sea to become a fish. However, she was too beautiful to fully become a fish. So the bottom half of her transformed into a fish, but the top half of her stayed a beautiful woman. And this is kind of the idea that we get in a lot of movies we have seen as kids, such as The Little Mermaid and mermaids. Because of the ideas of and depictions of mermaids we see in movies, mermaids have been a part of our lives. But however, mermaids don't actually look how they do in the movies. But from these myths, that's kind of where we get the idea of the mermaid that we're all familiar with, of half being human, half being fish. And that's also where we get the word mermaid, mer meaning sea and maid meaning woman. So these depictions are wrong, however, and mermaids actually look more like fish than we're familiar with. They actually don't have hair, and they have gills so that they can breathe underwater. And many people that don't believe mermaids are real have said that there's no way a human could survive in the ocean for the entirety of their lives, and they wouldn't have hair because the salt water their hair couldn't withstand the salt water. However, as you can see here, and from what mermaids actually look like, they have gills and no hair, and are actually more closely related to fish than they would be related to humans. My second point is that the ocean is still vastly undiscovered. 95% of the ocean has still yet to be discovered by the human eye, and that includes a lot of creatures. The ocean is still very poorly understood by humans and undiscovered because humans simply aren't physically able to go to certain places of the ocean, and they don't have the technology available to explore the majority of the ocean. They just aren't advanced enough yet. So because of this, people say that, well, we discover creatures each year from the ocean, so we probably have already discovered mermaids, or have already discovered all the creatures, so there isn't a possibility that there would be mermaids. However, you use the same argument to prove that mermaids actually are real. Each year, we discover 150 new creatures from the ocean. So why isn't it possible that we still yet to have discovered mermaids? And so, obviously, we haven't found all the creatures in the ocean, and mermaids are still possible to officially discover. My third point is not only have we been far enough in the ocean, but how can we deny mermaids if there have been many reported sightings of them? A lot of famous historians, such as Christopher Columbus, have claimed to see mermaids. Columbus claimed to see them near Haiti, and in his description of mermaids, he said that they weren't as beautiful as he imagined them to be. He described them looking more like fish, and he said that they actually looked more male than female. Also, in 2009, there's a sighting of mermaids in Israel, where a group of friends were walking on the Israeli coast, and they claimed to see a mermaid doing tricks out in the distance. A lot of people that don't believe mermaids are real say that the people that have claimed to see them were either crazy or drunk, but that is just not true. Also, there have been a lot of different cultures that have claimed to see mermaids. In all these cultures have similar descriptions of them, but this is strange, however, because none of these cultures shared their descriptions with each other beforehand, thus further proving that mermaids are real. So in conclusion, many people have claimed to see mermaids. A lot of different countries have claimed to see mermaids and describe mermaids, and all these descriptions are similar even though they didn't share their descriptions with each other. Also, the ocean is still vastly undiscovered by humans. We discover new creatures every single year, and this is just strong evidence proving that there's a strong possibility that mermaids are indeed real. And I hope that from all the evidence I shared with you, that you now understand that mermaids actually are real. Thank you for listening to my persuasive speech. Here's my audience again. Thanks.